6th August 2020. Welcome to another episode of Audio News, a new initiative taken by We4U to provide news in audio format for visually impaired. So let's begin. India gives USD 15.5 million to the India UN Development Partnership Fund under its commitment to support developing nations in their developmental priorities across all the sustainable development goals. This fund of USD 15.46 million, including USD 6 million for the overall fund in which all developing countries are eligible for partnership, and USD 9.46 million is dedicated to Commonwealth countries. The check was handed over by India's permanent representative to the UN Ambassador T.S. Tirumurti to the United Nations Office for South-to-South Cooperation UNOSSC Director George Chedick. Next. The Monetary Policy Committee of the Reserve Bank of India met on 4th, 5th and 6th August for its second meeting of 2020-21. During the second monetary policy meet, the Monetary Policy Committee analyzed the current and evolving macroeconomic and financial conditions and has decided to continue with the accommodative stance to revive growth as well as to mitigate the impact of COVID-19. With its decisions, Monetary Policy Committee aims to keep inflation within the target and hence to preserve financial stability. Also for the year 2020-21 as a whole, real GDP growth is expected to be negative. The key decisions taken in the Monetary Policy Committee meeting are: the repo rate under the Liquidity Adjustment Facility (LAF) has been kept unchanged at 4%. The reverse repo rate under the Liquidity Adjustment Facility has been kept unchanged at 3.35%. The Marginal Standing Facility (MSF) rate and the bank rate have been kept unchanged at 4.25%. Next. Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel has launched a social security scheme, Shahid Mahendra Karma Tendupatta Sangrahak Samajik Suraksha Yojana for Tendu leaf collectors in the state. Tendu leaves used for making bidis, leaf-wrapped cigarettes, are collected by forest dwellers and from them it is purchased by the state government. The scheme named after slain Congress leader Mahendra Karma and was inaugurated on the occasion of his birth anniversary. Next. A webinar series on hydrometeorological hazards risk reduction has been organized by the National Institute of Disaster Management (NIDM) in collaboration with India Meteorological Department. The webinar series comprised of 4 webinars concentrating on issues related to thunderstorms and lightning, cloudburst and floods, cyclones and storm surges, and climate change and extreme weather events. Next. A book titled Raw, A History of India's Covert Operations has authored by investigate journalist and author Yatish Yadav. A new book gives a peep into the heroic covert operations carried by India's external spy agency, Research and Analysis Wing RAW, and thereby narrates a gripping account of what actually happens behind the grey walls of the secret society. Next. Annually, 6th of August marks the anniversary of the atomic bombing in Hiroshima during World War II. The horrific incident took place on August 6, 1945, when the United States dropped an atomic bomb named Little Boy on the town of Hiroshima in Japan. This bomb attack was done in the motive to end the Second World War in 1945. This day is remembered to promote peace and spread awareness about the danger of nuclear energy and nuclear weapons. Next. eGyan Mitra mobile app has been launched by the Union Territory of Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu. The eGyan Mitra mobile app has been launched to provide online education. Next. Private sector lender Axis Bank has launched an automated voice assistant AXA. AXA is an artificial intelligence powered conversational voice bot. The automated voice assistant will function like a humanoid and has the ability to change the paradigm of customer experience from conventional interactive voice response IVR system. Next. On August 5, 2020, the state government of Karnataka launched India's first mobile RT-PCR lab in Bengaluru. The lab was developed by Indian Institute of Science, Bengaluru. The lab has been named Mobile Infection Testing and Reporting MITR Lab. It is capable of conducting 9,000 tests per month. Now it's time for some facts. Let's know some more facts about our state, Odisha. Chilika Lake is home to endangered Irrawaddy dolphins and hosts thousands of migratory birds every winter from Siberia. Hirakud Dam, the fourth largest in the world, situated at Sambalpur in western Odisha, is also the longest earthen dam in the world and the largest. Now it's time for some facts. Let's check out some more facts about our state Odisha. Chilika Lake is home to endangered Irrawaddy dolphins and hosts thousands of migratory birds every winter from Siberia. Hirakud Dam, the fourth largest in the world, situated at Sambalpur in western Odisha, is also the longest earthen dam in the world and the largest artificial lake of Asia. Simlipal Wildlife Sanctuary in Odisha is the home to 100 Royal Bengal tigers and 432 elephants. The Lord Jagannath Temple in Puri is highly revered and has a kitchen where over 400 cooks food for 1 lakh devotee every day. Odia language is not only spoken in India but also has significant speakers in Bangladesh, Indonesia, Burma, Malaysia, Fiji, Pakistan, Sri Lanka. Odisha has 485 kilometers of coastline and houses some of the most beautiful, pristine and unexplored beaches in India. The Bhitarkanika Park on the Odisha coast has achieved a rare distinction of housing world's largest saltwater crocodile measuring about 23 feet long. Known as the Kashmir of Odisha, Daringbadi receives snowfall in winters, unexpected for a place in Odisha. So with this, we will conclude our episode for today.